It's Week 15 of the 2024 season, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Antlers and the Shamrocks, next on Madden Football.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's Week 15. It just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end of the regular season when you're in playoff contention.
It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go here on EA Sports. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think two things were at play. Number one, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his second, third, check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result.
That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Allen will throw. Now he'll run.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
On first down, it's Allen. They set up the screen for Dobbins. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll try and get there on the ground. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. A run with Dobbins. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. So now they'll throw it with Allen. This is caught at the 2. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
I mean, what a start to this game throwing the ball. I mean, I don't think the ball's hit the ground yet, Mike. I mean, he's 4 for 4. And now he's got his offense.
A dive, and he's in. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Shamrocks. 17 touchdowns now on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Jamal Agnew now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. Led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick of the 2020 draft, it's Justin Herbert.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
2nd down and 8. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Christian Gonzalez comes in for the tackle. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Shotgun now for Herbert. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. The Antlers bring on the punt team now. Deep to return is Malik Washington. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Shamrocks offense. And Josh Allen headed back onto the field. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. And he'll bring this to about the 25. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him. From the gun, it's Allen. That's complete. It's Tank Dell. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll tuck it and take off.
3rd and short. You think this ball's expected to come out quick, but when all the receivers were taken away, he decides to make a break for it. He doesn't get a whole lot, but what he gets is just enough to move the chains.
And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and here comes the veteran Bradley Pinion to punt it away. Back deep, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Herbert now on 1st down. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. Open man, he's got Agnew. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the ground, it's Pollard. Open space inside the 10. And he's down at the 3. What a run.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll run here. It's Pollard. And he will dive into the end zone. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Antlers.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Harris Campbell now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Shamrocks offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. Open man there, it is Bourne. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll give it to Dobbins. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5. Allen. This one complete to Bourne. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Second and 11. Now it's Allen. He's going to tuck it and go.
And this is one of the cases, Mike, where defenders, they get their eyes in the wrong spot. They call it eye discipline. He catches them looking elsewhere. It allows him to get upfield and make this 3rd down a lot more manageable. That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Shamrocks will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
On the return, this is Jalen Reagor. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Antlers offense and running back Tony Pollard going to take over once again. He's got a rushing touchdown in the game already as you check out where he ranked in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend. Throwing on first down is Herbert. That caught Tony Pollard. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Throwing now is Herbert. Open man downfield. It's Addison. A pickup there of 28 yards.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Herbert to the air again. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Sending a receiver right. Now Herbert again. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Herbert. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, but he's got it. He's picked up a first down. They continue to roll, continue to move the chains. That was a gain of 15.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
Man in motion is Brown. On 1st down, Herbert. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Slot receiver headed right. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
He'll try to run for it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal.
That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Antlers. on is Elliott to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Antlers are on top. It's 14-10. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Campbell. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Shamrocks offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. On first down, it's Allen. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the gun, Josh Allen. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. And what does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Dobbins. Down the sideline, past the 45. They'll get 19 out of that play, and that will be a 1st down.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
That's a short one taken in by Conklin. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Allen on 3rd down. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Antlers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They face 2nd down and 7. Again, it's Pollard. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. Greg and I will be right back after this. 3rd down, 3 to go. Shotgun now for Herbert. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
And this will be incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it'll bring up second down. Now it's Herbert. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical third down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
He runs with it, and he will score. Justin Herbert, touchdown Antlers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Taking off. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. He'll run again. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Now Allen. Quick throw here is complete. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Now the offense will use their third and final timeout. Tucker's kick is good. And the Shamrocks are able to get it back within a score.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here. It is an 8-point game. As we're off to Orlando, going to check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We're accustomed to seeing strong quarterback play. We got that in the first half from Justin Herbert. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Agnew on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Antlers offense and their running back set to go once more. And he continues to be a thorn in the side of defenses trying to stop him. Currently second in the NFL in rushing. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Pollard. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Play action now. It's Herbert. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. They'll put Addison in motion. Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. Now he'll run it. 22 yards, the pickup there. That's enough for a first down.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. There he goes again.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
And he's going to pick up the first down. Tackle made right at the 20-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it. It's Pollard. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase.
And he's in. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Antlers.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Antlers will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Campbell. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. They'll throw on first down with Allen. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Conklin. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now it's Dobbins. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. Allen. That's to the left side. Pulled in by Conklin. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. A run with Dobbins. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Allen.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
They'll try to run.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
Throw across his body is complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Now it's Allen. He'll find his tight end. It's Kobe Parkinson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Throwing again. It's Allen. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Shamrocks are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. We'll take you back to earlier and some highlights in this one. He had success throwing it, but also success running it, including that rushing touchdown. He has been the unquestioned leader of this offense on the field today. Man in motion is Brown. On first down, Herbert. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Herbert. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
He'll try and get there on the ground. They'll pick up 23 on that one, and that will be a first down.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of a defense, and we saw it again here.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give it to Pollard. He'll get this across midfield to about the 49. Demario Davis there on the play. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He's going to keep it himself.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly, realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket, decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
Now a quick throw taken in by Brown. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Herbert now on 1st down. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
He'll tuck it and take off. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Antlers. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 17 and 18 on the year. Elliott on now for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Antlers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Campbell. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Allen. Open man there. It is Bourne. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Now a 3rd and 2. To throw again, it's Allen. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Hendrick Bourne. Touchdown, Shamrocks. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple.
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Agnew on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Antlers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. The tight end Kincaid in motion. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Herbert. Open man, right side. He's got it. They gain 18 yards on that one. That's enough for a 1st down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
Herbert now on 1st down. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Herbert. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. To the goal line and in. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Antlers. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Antlers are going to extend their lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Campbell. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
On the quick slant, they find Dell. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Off he goes. Now a timeout for injury. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On first and 10, it's Allen. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Tank Dell was the one he was looking for, and that's going to lead to a fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protect.
And he's into the end zone. Harris, Campbell, touchdown Shamrocks.
Really nice job there by the receiver, understanding what to do after you secure the catch and the ability to target him in the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. If you can hit them in stride and be accurate with the ball, there is a lot of green grass to pick up yards after the catch, and he's able to take this one all the way into the end zone for 6.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This will be returnable for Rager. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Not much to speak of on that one, maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. A quick toss into the hands of Addison. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first down with Pollard. And that'll keep the drive going. He's got the first down up past the 40-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Man in motion is Brown. Herbert. Open man, he's got Agnew. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And he'll get about 5. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Again, it's Pollard. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run here with Pollard. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory.